everyone. Welcome to the Katica Living Vibrantly Show. We're so excited with us tonight. We have an amazing show for you. So we want you to sit tight and relax with us. Tonight we have something very special for you in our kitchen food segment. How about those kale chips? Do you guys know how easy it is to make kale chips? And they are phenomenal. Not only are they healthy and delicious for you, but there's something that's easy, something you can do with the kids, and you'll find out how delicious they truly can be. Also tonight, we are so grateful to have Maureen McDougall. Hi, Maureen.
Hello.
So glad you could be here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
That's awesome. Maureen is an author, poet, speaker, and our Envision Board leader. She's an amazing, amazing, talented woman. She has written now two books full of poems, and we're going to have those available for you live to buy tonight on the Katica Living Vibrantly Show. Yay! And she's also going to show us tonight, we're going to demo how you can create a beautiful Envision board from the comfort of your home, or you can choose to come see Maureen. She's got wonderful events coming up in St. Pete and all around the Tampa Bay area. So I want you to go ahead and grab your nice warm water with lemon, get nice and comfy, and here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're so excited that you are joining us this evening as we spend more time with Maureen McDougall. How are you?
Oh, I'm happy. I'm very good. Thank
You're
you.
amazing. You're amazing. Maureen, but before we get to talk to you and find out a little bit more about your life story, your journey, these amazing books that you've put together to share your gifts with others, and of course our Envision board, can't wait to get to that point, we're going to talk about kale. What do you think about kale?
Yum.
Really?
Well, if you do it right, yeah.
That's true.
Anything is like that, really.
I like that. If you do it right, that's going to be tonight's motto.
It's a superfood, right?
And it makes you feel great.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that it had more iron than beef does?
Well, a lot of vegetables are a lot better for you, and you can get protein and all the things you need out of them, fruits and vegetables, than you think you need dairy and meats. And
yes.
It's a lot healthier, and there's so many diseases that are linked to eating meat and dairy that it's just makes
It's awesome
sense.
that this information is now more available than ever.
Yes.
So that people know that there's alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're going to talk a little bit about that because that's part of your journey as well.
Yes.
So I'm anxious to tie that in with our kale segment. So with that in mind, we want you to sit back and relax and enjoy this video and see how easy it is to go ahead and make some kale chips.
Absolutely love kale. I love it in my salads. I love to cook with it. I love it in my smoothies, and it makes me feel so good. It's so yummy. And by far, I think it's one of the healthiest vegetables on the planet for many reasons. And I'm going to explain to you why. It helps lower blood cholesterol levels. It reduces heart disease. It's got zero fat. It's high in fiber, which is awesome. And it helps clean the digestive system. It has more iron than some meats, like beef. It can help protect against various cancers. It helps with prevention of blood clotting. and it also helps people suffering from Alzheimer's disease. So it's just amazing what this wonderful green leafy vegetable has. And it also fights other diseases like arthritis and asthma and helps improve your eyesight. Now today on Katica Living Vibrantly, we're going to make kale chips. Now this is something that is super easy to do fairly quickly and something you can even get the kids involved. And you can start planting those seeds of getting healthy. And they always like to take part in something that they make and then taste it afterwards. So definitely encourage the kids to come and watch with you as you learn how to make this super easy kale chips recipe. So take your kale, make sure you wash it really well, and you then pat it dry, maybe between paper towels. And that's what we did before we cut the kale into like inch to inch and a half pieces. And that's simple to do. So they're nice and ready to go. And now you're just going to drizzle a little olive oil, just like I'm doing right now, just a little bit. Just toss it in there. And then go ahead and add a little bit of your Himalayan salt. So what I like to do is just put it in my hand first, and then use my fingers to be my guide. It's like that. And that should do it. Now you want to toss really well. And I love to use these bear claws. My mother-in-law got this for us when they went to Alaska for their cruise. So thanks, Mom. So go ahead and toss it really well. You just want to make sure, oops, you definitely don't want to do what I just did, which was get it out of the bowl. And just keep tossing until you see that everything's been mixed well and ready to put on your parchment paper with your baking sheet. Once you've tossed everything really well, then you're ready to place the kale on top of your parchment paper, which is on top of your baking sheet. Now, if you don't have parchment paper, you can go ahead and use some coconut spray oil. I love using this stuff too. It also gives it that nice tropical flavor. Either way, you can do whatever feels good to you. And as soon as you get all the kale chips placed on your baking sheet, then you can go ahead and bake it at 275. Make sure you preheat your oven at 275 for about maybe 10-15 minutes, and we'll be ready to enjoy a delicious kale snack. Now they're fresh out of the oven and nice and crispy. I actually left it a little longer than 15 minutes, maybe closer to 20. So use your judgment. I like them nice and crispy, as you can tell. And now we're ready to enjoy. Have fun and enjoy the kale chips. Cheers to your health, to your vibrant health.
Okay, now I'm really hungry. So let's do a little taste
Kale.
of the kale chips.
Good job.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's a napkin. Sorry.
Thank you.
Give me
Good
a
job. Yummy.
Oh my gosh. I think we could go on for 2 hours at this point.
Good job.
We've got the energy. We've got the coconut water. We got
Life is
our
good.
walnuts, our fruit.
We have
and
everything.
now
We have roses, good company.
books to share, poems, and our vision board. What else can we ask for? Champagne? Chris?
Hello?
Just kidding. Wow, this is really good. So,
Good job.
have you made kale chips before?
No, I'm not much of a cook, believe it or not.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, this is good then. You like
I mean, I can cook if, I have to, but it's not my passion. It's not my thing.
your gifts in writing and creativity is amazing, but I'm glad you like the chips because that's something we can eat as we're talking a little bit more about you and your life. And
Hope I don't get any in my teeth. Hello, everyone.
if you do, we'll have to just you guys have to just
We'll just
forgive
roll
us.
with it.
That's right. That's right. On Katica Living Vibrantly, we live vibrantly no matter what. So don't let that even cross your mind. So tell me, Maureen. I mean, I met you at the Hispanic Women's Professional Group.
Yes.
And she was amazing. I mean, she blew me away. I mean,
Thank
I'm
you.
sitting there thinking, wow. I've seen other vision boards workshops, and I've been, you can find stuff on the internet. You can get books on it. But there was something different the way Maureen approached the whole creative process, the way she encouraged us to look for things, goals, images and have that liberation of just letting the subconscious mind decide on what to do. Don't process too much. Don't let the conscious mind come in and make those decisions. And as she talked to us, this whole process was taking place within me, and I'm thinking, wow, not only is this a cool thing to do, but she's amazing. And so I thought, why not bring her to you so you guys can also be part of that and see how not only amazing things you can do or what your life can become after the Envision Board, but also find out a little bit about Maureen and her talents, her gifts, and about her books. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Well, should I talk a little bit about Envision boards and what they're about?
Well, tell us about your books.
Let's do that.
Because we're going to have the ability to, we have a little surprise for you guys, what you guys could do. So
I love surprises. Well, basically, my journey began, I would say, with all of this, writing, health, we're talking about health, and also doing vision boards. I call them Envision boards. In my early 20s, I lived in Asheville, North Carolina. It was about 1995. I'm dating myself. You can do the math. But growing older is a gift. It's a blessing.
That's right.
I mean, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do it. So
that's right.
I was introduced to poetry. I went to a small liberal arts college there, Warren Wilson College, and I really liked the immediacy of poetry. I liked the ability to know subject was off limits. I could really go into whatever processes I need to go through. I liked that I would write. What I do now is I write in my journal every day,
really?
At least 3 pages, and it's usually very mundane stuff about relationships or my business, my child, just very simple stuff. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I'll get a line, and it's totally different than what I'm writing about. And I know enough that that is the muse, or however you want to say it, and I will just chase it. And the poems sometimes come out fully formed. Some rhyme, some don't. I really turn the censor off and just let it all flow.
Wow.
And I've been doing that about 11 years consciously. I've chosen to be a poet and focus on that being my primary medium as writing.
So did that happen once you established the journal and the routine?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's a wonderful book if you are creative or wanting to be creative called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron.
Oh, I've heard of the book.
Yeah, it's a
very good
book you can go through. And when I was starting thinking about being a writer, I actually studied pottery all through my 20s. But then I ended up writing words on all my pots and writing about how I don't want to be a potter anymore in my journal. And I started doing The Artist's Way, and they're called morning pages. It's 3 pages every single day that you write, and that's just a way of showing up. And that's one thing about being creative, is it's really about showing up. It's about providing a space for your passions, even just a little bit a little bit during the day.
And I think that's so important for you to say that and emphasize on that, because that's been part of the process of you developing that gift.
Yes.
So many of us, we get so busy with our responsibilities and obligations, and folks, you heard her, she's a mom, she's got a business, she's busy, and yet she's been able to integrate this passion she has and able to, it's become a process because of that. I hate to use the word discipline, but
discipline is a wonderful word.
But that is what it is.
It is a wonderful word. Yeah,
but
you
it's
have
a discipline to your passion, which is different. I think a lot of people hear discipline and they get a little, oh, I have to do this. But when it's your passion, your gift, it becomes more, I think you're more willing. But making that initial promise to yourself, like you did 11 years ago, and said, no, I'm going to do 3 pages a day and everything, and to see how it's taken off. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to emphasize on that, because I know even for myself, there are days that it's challenging to continue working on your passion. I mean, it's not something abnormal. I think we all go through it, but to see you conquer it, I love that.
Well, if you look at your passion as a relationship, I mean, you have to show up for a relationship. You have to give it time every day. I mean, even in a long-term loving relationship, I mean, you are making a choice every day to continue to have a commitment with a person. And if you treat your art form or your passion, your gardening, anything with that commitment, that responsibility and need to, nurture it.
Right.
Day by day. It's just step by step. I just take steps every day, and then after 3 years, I have a book written.
So tell us about the books.
Oh, well, I have 2 books. Let's see, where did I go? Where did I go? Am I under? Here I am.
Yeah, there you are.
Here I am. Where did I go? I bookmarked them. I have 2 books, 2 poetry books.
Oh,
Let me see if I can do this eloquently. Eloquently. This is my first poetry book, Exploring My Options. It was written over throughout my 20s, just trying to figure out who I am, what I'm about. It's the eternal question on my mind. What's life about? What's my purpose?
Right, what I'm doing here.
I have since realized not everyone is constantly questioning life like that, but that's okay. And then my second book is called Longing for the Deep End, and it came out in 2011.
Wow.
The huge time period between the 2 books, I was raising a child, so
right.
So I really had to have that time to do it, and now I'm.
Well, timing is divine, so it's whenever.
It was perfect timing to get that done, get this book out. And my 3rd book is done, and
How
my
exciting.
4th book will be done actually in this summer, and I start my 5th.
Wow, you're
I'm
on
not,
a schedule,
well,
girl.
I'm not great about the editing, so I have to have discipline.
There you go.
And get the editing done. But
Passionate discipline.
Because that's one thing
the
about being creative. You think it's all just fun and games, but there are parts that are just not
right. That's
your
the
favorite.
Part.
And,
right.
But
it's
you
part
still
of the
got to
process.
do it. It's part of the process, like a relationship.
Yeah,
there are parts
that's
of the
a great
relationship
analogy.
that you're
I
not.
love that.
You're not into.
Next time you're on, we're gonna have a relationship expert on that too, so we could all talk. That would be a great show.
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting. I think I'll learn some things.
You're so funny.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I heard you were going to possibly read to us.
Yes,
Okay. Great.
I'll read.
So tell us what you're gonna.
Well, I
share
have.
with us.
I'm going to read one of my favorite poems. It's called "Hey Ladies," and I have a theory about that if all of us women in the world supported each other instead of put each other down, like we're doing right now, we're supporting each other.
Right.
The world would be a much different place. And since we are half of the population, just think about what we could do if we actually supported each other. But we are taught to keep each other down, and there's only enough room at the top for a certain amount of women, maybe even one. And we're taught to keep each other down and put each other down and backstab each other and just all these horrible things that we do to each other. And if we were to support each other and actually cultivate each other's growth, the whole world would be a completely different place. Right. So that's where this poem came from, out of this place. Okay. And it's called "Hey Ladies." Hey ladies, why all the backbiting, competition, and abuse? Aren't you glad I look as good as I do, sound as good as I do, carry myself as good as I do? We are the feminine face of the Creator. We are glorious in our beauty, shining in our examples, and powerful with our words. Yet we steal from each other, stab each other in the back, and rape and murder each other with our jealousy. For what? To impress the men who love us in our natural state, our warm home breasts, our luscious behinds, our lovely lips, our cushy arms, where we hold our children close, where we hold our lovers close, where we hold the world close. Shouldn't we hold each other close? For we are sisters, and you are only as strong as your weakest link.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. I loved it. Wow. And you wrote that in your 20s?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love that poem.
I'm stunned. I
it's
love
weird.
it.
Can I say that I love that poem?
Yes, you can say it.
I
I'm
mean,
going to say it for you.
I
love
feel like
it too.
they're given to me. Like I really feel
wow.
like, and
it's
I really
just so not only passionate but so vivid, and so you can visualize everything you were saying. Of course, you reading it too. It's just a wonderful experience.
It's fun to do on stage because you can like shimmy.
Right. You're such a ham anyway.
It kind of puts me a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm very cerebral. And like to shimmy is a little.
That's great though.
Yeah. My face is red.
No. So you're going to read another one, but before you do, I just want to make sure you guys can call in.
Yes.
And we're running a wonderful special. You can call in at 813 639-8255. And not only can you speak to Maureen, ask her any
fun.
questions that you would like to ask or us, you're getting this wonderful book. If you like, we're running a special, 2 for $20, right?
Yeah, they're normally $11 each. So.
Normal. So go ahead and get those credit cards ready and call us. Our assistant producer, Lucille, will take care of that order for you. And we encourage you to make this part of your collection. Look how beautiful this poem is. So we hope that you make that choice. And in the meantime, tell us what the other book is like.
The other book is pretty much my journey, being a woman artist, also being a mother, and balancing that, wanting to be an artist alone, locked up in my room, and then having a child.
Wow.
But
that
also,
is a transformation in itself.
Yes. And also the process of how my child is actually my niece. And I took her in when she was 3 months old. That is part of my process. And going through the adoption and the family dynamics that goes into that.
Wow.
And
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was a challenging journey. I will definitely say that. But this book is really just about also, being such a deep thinker and a deep feeler. And I've really had a hard time in life because a lot of people like to keep on the surface of things. It's safe there, and that's kind of where the title comes from, Longing for the Deep End. I want to go deeper where the treasures are. And
awesome.
A lot of
people,
people
hear about it.
Yeah, want to stay in the shallow end so they don't get their hair wet.
Right. But see, with your gifts and your talents, you're helping people acknowledge that and then come out. So, so read to us.
This poem is called The Mind versus the Heart, and it's one of my biggest challenges to listen more to the heart than the mind, and that's where this poem comes from. So, the mind versus the heart. Do it this way, do it now, says the mind really, really loud. Go with the flow, enjoy the ride, says the heart quietly inside. I know the way, I know what's right, says the mind all through the night. Rest now, listen to your dreams, says the heart over the mind's screams. The mind gets pissed and draws its jewel-encrusted sword. The heart just smiles and sits on the floor. The mind is confused. Don't you want to fight? I don't have time for that, says the heart. I'm listening to the light.
Oh my gosh, I don't know which one I love more. They're so beautiful. And that one is actually perfect for our February theme. In our shows, we're talking about love and coming from that state of love in everything that you do from your professional or personal life. And that is the perfect segue to everything that we're doing right now at the Katica Living Vibrantly show. So thank you for reading that to us.
Thank you.
And guys, remember you can call in and get those 2 beautiful poetry books, 2 for $20, and call us at 813-639-8255. You can see at the bottom of your screen as we continue spending more time with Maureen McDowell. Right? Did I say it right? McDowell. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It
just
really
like
is
the pineapple.
okay.
She kept saying, just like
the
the pineapple. McDowell. Okay,
Okay.
see, I did it. I remember the pineapple.
See? I'm glad I could help.
You are amazing. So tell us about this Envision board, because that's how you first helped me.
Yes.
Now, I've got to show people my Envision board. This is it, guys. I don't know if now you can see it. I mean, this is what I made, what was like a month ago?
It was the beginning of January.
So this is so exciting. I can't wait for her to start explaining the process of the cutting of the pictures, your actual cardboard. There's all these awesome steps, but I'll tell you already.
What do you want to tell?
Yeah.
Already?
Already. I mean, my life has just gone, whoo! Right
really?
through. Yes,
no,
yes.
really?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
I love that. I love that.
One of the things that has been so amazing is that this is a wonderful magazine called Positive Impact. And I had the publisher and creator on the show, Charity Beck. I'm sorry, Charity, I just had a blank right there. And I will be contributing every month, quarterly on their magazine as a writer.
Congratulations.
And blogging as Katica Living Vibrantly. So this is one of the many things that actually have progressed and opened up in my journey after this wonderful Envision
Really?
board.
Oh, I
So
love
there's more
hearing
I have
those
to share
stories.
with you
I
later.
love hearing those stories.
But I want our viewers to go ahead and the
process
process, right? And also, we have to tell them about your upcoming event.
Yes.
We could put up that flyer. Chris, can you help us and talk to us about the event on Friday?
Hip Expressions Dance Studio, which is a wonderful belly dance studio in Pinellas Park, Florida. I believe it's on 54th Avenue North.
Right.
This is going to be my third vision board workshop there.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, beautiful space, and it's going to be Friday night at 7:30. $25 in advance and $35 at the door.
Okay.
And it's about a 3-hour process. I think we have 2 hours down, but sometimes it runs over. It depends on how many people show up.
But what a wonderful thing you could do with your girlfriends, Scott.
Oh, and we're going to have wine there.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
Snacks. And it's called Girls Night In. So it really, and the pillows, and we're on the floor. And
Oh, that sounds
it's
perfect.
it's wonderful. I really got into, through Hip Expressions, doing the vision boards in the public.
Mm-hmm.
I've done them about 15 years in my own.
Wow.
And I actually did a workshop with a woman when I was living in Asheville, North Carolina. And when she described the actual part that I tell you about at the end about where you place things, there's like a psychological placement, which I will not share on the show.
Right,
That's my secret. But you know,
you'll have to go on Friday to the
Yes,
upcoming event.
yes,
Yeah.
but-
Oh, we have a caller.
Oh, how exciting!
Hi, caller. Welcome. You're live on Katica Living Vibrantly. Oh, I'm sorry. I think we got disconnected. That's okay. Why don't you go ahead and try calling us again? In the meantime, we're going to get started on the vision board.
So what I do is I have the participants take magazines. I had some magazines, and we take about a half an hour, and I say turn the sensor off, and you pick out magazines that you resonate with and flip through the magazines, and any words or images that jump out on you, just tear them out. You can tear or cut, depending if you're feeling aggressive or really want a clean
Really?
line.
Actually, people tear?
Oh, I tear all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it's
See,
just...
I was so meticulous. I kept cutting.
I actually tear in the beginning and then usually cut at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I did. I did tear and then I cut.
Yeah. So it just depends. Everybody's different, which is good.
Yeah,
there's no rules.
Right. No
rules.
Okay.
And then we spend that time, just any words or images that jump out at you, you tear it and put it to the side, and then I have the vision board is about this big, the size that I use, and I use white as the background.
So what's the dimensions on that?
It's like 12 by 12. I just like it because it's portable, and it can go. I put this on my writing desk, so I can look at it every day. The point is that when you finish it, you put it in some place that you look at it every single day.
That's the main idea.
Yes.
And don't just go ahead and put it in your closet.
No.
That's one thing I did. I went ahead and put it. Well, you know what I would do? I actually would, especially in the first 2 weeks, I had it on my dresser, and then in the morning I'd take it to the kitchen and put it on my windowsill while I was making breakfast, my smoothies, or I was heating up my warm water with lemon, because of course that's how we start off our day at Katica Living Vibrantly. So we have our system in that nice alkaline state. And I would look out my window, and so I had it on my windowsill, and I would see this. Very conscious. It was a very conscious effort. Not an effort, but we have a caller.
We do.
You're live on Katica Living Vibrantly. Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hi. You're live with Katica and Maureen. How are you?
I don't care what you say. I know it was you.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Katica Living Vibrantly. You just called our show.
I want to know who you are.
Oh. Well, I can tell you all about me if you want to check out my website at katicatv.com. But do you have a question for us or for Maureen about the Envision board?
Look, I seen your number on my mail history.
I'm sorry? Say that again?
Yes, I did. More than once.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think maybe we got the lines confused or something. But you can join us
Why
on
are you
Katica.
calling my boyfriend?
I'm sorry?
What's going on?
I think the lines got confused.
Have a beautiful night.
Yes, and we're going to
Thank you for calling.
We're going to continue our vision board. That was interesting.
You never know what happens on Katica.
That's true. But so tell us a little bit about how you got all this stuff together.
So after you do after you collect all the images, you place them on the board, and that's when the sensor can come in. You kind of edit it, because you're going to have a big stack after about a half an hour. That's when you allow yourself to edit. And when you're going through the original images through the magazines, just any words or images that jump out on you, don't say, oh, that's not me, oh, that's too expensive, I can't get that. Just go ahead and cut it out, and then place the images on your board, and then you get a final board that looks something like this. And the purpose of an Envision board is to provide clarity, so you can figure out what your purpose in life is, so you can take action. Action is very important, so you can manifest these things in your life. And your responsibility is you look at this board every day and you take action when you start to see them showing up in your life. And I've already started to see I have something, comfort zones are made to be broken, and I'm really feeling out of my comfort zone now.
Right, really.
And reborn identity. And I just had someone kind of do a psychological profile on me and kind of shifted my whole perspective on myself. And and they're also good to check in. They're like a mirror of who you are. And we get so busy in life that we just forget about who we are.
Forget to do this. Now, is this something you do every year?
I do this actually every 3 months.
Wow.
Because it's like seasonal. And I also, when I start to, yeah. And when also, I'll stop looking at the board because I've kind of manifested it all or embraced whatever's on the board and integrated it into my life, and I'll do a new one. And I'll be ready to do a new one. I'll just get tired of it. So it's very, very powerful.
Now, have you worked with children on this as well?
My daughter does one. I did an envision board party at my house, and I had young children do it.
Now, have you had a story come back to you that something amazing has manifested? Because everything, regardless if it's small or huge, it's a blessing. But anything that stands out in your mind after?
I had one woman took my workshop, and she, when we went around the room and were describing our boards, she actually described why her marriage had broken up, and until that moment she didn't know until she saw the images that were on her board, and she started crying. And I've had other people talk about manifesting things like they get a car. That actually happened to me. I came home after purchasing a car and saw that it was the car on my vision board, and I had only had the car on there to have more travel and adventure in my life.
Well,
and I actually got the car.
You're serious? That's
yeah,
awesome.
And I've got houses that way. It's just a way of consciously looking at these images and, you know, bringing them into your reality. Right, you must take action.
You know what it is? I don't know if you guys can see it, but right up top here, I have the Biltmore Estate.
That's Asheville.
Yes, so I'm actually excited. If you were able to manifest a car, maybe I'll manifest the estate.
It might not even be that, though. You might want to be treated like a princess.
That's true. Or maybe my own castle.
Yeah, it might be. You're creating a castle through this business.
That's true.
It's not always so literal.
Yeah,
it may just be the feeling that image evokes for you.
Right.
Or maybe you want to feel fortified, or, you know.
Oh,
I mean, there's all kinds of things.
I loved it. It was amazing. And so with that in mind, I definitely want to encourage all of our viewers to please don't miss Friday's event, because Maureen has so much information to share with you, the meaning. Like she said, there's a way to place these on the board, and it's all very psychological and amazing stuff. It's just magical, I can tell you. So please check out our website. We've got the flyer on our website. And also, Maureen, you have your own website.
MaureenMcDole.com.
Perfect. We are so happy that you joined us tonight.
Thank you so much.
We're so super excited you were here, and we love to have you back.
Oh, of course. I mean, I have a literary organization, Keep St. Pete Lit, also, that I'm a founder of.
Wow. So, see, we didn't even get to that part. Half
I have
hour
a lot.
goes quick.
I know it does, but.
So next time we need to spend time about that and about your daughter, and probably we'll have the third book out or not.
Hopefully.
Okay, good.
Let's work towards that.
Yeah, let's put that out there. And then, of course, we'd love to hear how your events are going and any other inspirational stories.
I'm so grateful to be here. I appreciate it. This has been
wonderful.
It was awesome. It went so quickly.
I know. It's great.
It went so quickly.
And as always, we are so grateful that you guys could join us and have fun in this segment of Katica Living Vibrantly. As always, we wish you a wonderful week, a very vibrant week, and we'll see you next week. God bless.